have floor music and just started on the choreography, and I can't wait.
What's the floor music?
Not telling. We share a lot, but I think for the floor music, we might show bits of the routine, but I really want it to be a surprise. What are you? Hi! Look who's here! Do you want to answer questions with me?
Yeah. Honey, can we play in the pit?
You can play in the pit. You just.
Whoa! The spin!
What are you most excited about in the next 12 months? I'm just excited to see where this journey takes me. I really can't wait. I'm having so much fun already. And it'll be interesting and it'll be fun just to see what happens.
Wow. A wardrobe change on the beam?
Beautiful.
That's impressive.
Is it hard balancing gym and motherhood? It is a little bit tough, but my schedule is completely different this time around, and I like the fact that this schedule and my life doesn't just revolve around gymnastics. I get up. Hey, we're trying to have a serious conversation here. Thanks. I was wondering what those faces were for. But I'm a mom first. I get the kids up. I get Dashel to school. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I drop off my daughter by my mom while I come and train. And then Tuesdays, Thursdays, again, I get Dashel to school. I bring Audrielle to school. So that part of it is fun, but it's also that finding that balance is really good, and it keeps me grounded. And also gives me the chance to do something that's for me. So I feel like it makes me a better person and mom overall.
Andy, how many Instagram followers do you have?
This is what people want to know. It's him.
This is the Q&A.
14.3.
Whoa.
You are getting really close to that Corvette that Chelsea's going to buy you.
Funny. Advice to an adult that is just starting out in gymnastics. One, I think that's phenomenal. You rock and go for it. Two, take it slow. Listen to your body. Don't try to push things too much too fast. From me, I took a lot of time just stretching, getting back into shape, and then starting the gymnastics. But it's just, being patient. Here's the other one. Hi! Oh, high five. Good job, honey. See, but this makes me happy. Having the kids in the gym with me, sharing this part of it. That's so cool. Have you tried to learn any new skills for the first time? Absolutely, yes. I did learn a double-double. I haven't done it obviously on the hard floor yet, but the biggest part is just learning the timing of it, getting that down. I did a lot of drills for that, so that was huge. That is something that I've never tried before. The other thing that I am in the process of learning is the Maloney with a half on bars. Again, that's something totally new, never tried it before, so we're seeing how it goes.
Quick break for cuteness. Is she getting up there?
Oh my God. Holy moly. She might be a little bit now. You're making me nervous. I can't believe she You're a little scared. That's okay.
There you go.
You did so good. I love that. She's so awesome. I love it.
No fear.
No. How many hours a week do you train? So I think about right now it's right around 15. I do gymnastics Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. About. Hey, girlfriend. Yeah. Say hi. Okay, go play. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday I do about 3.5 hours. And then, hey, bud. Thank you for the hug. And then Tuesday, Thursday, I do like 2 hours of conditioning and like drills.
And that really is it.
That really is it. I usually take off Saturday and Sunday. maybe I'll go for like a walk around the lake, but nothing like super intense. It's funny because people sometimes think I just like go in the gym and just like rage all day, every day, and I don't. I take my 2 days off on Saturday and Sunday. When is your first competition? That is a great question. Looking for something probably around February would be the first. We do have a few like home meets in the gym scheduled that maybe I could take part in, and not even necessarily just to be judged, but to like do a routine in front of people, like as an exhibition. That could be a really good just kind of ease into competition. When are you going to tumble on the floor alone without the air floor? I get this question so much. And I keep wanting to say not anytime soon, but yesterday, so I did a 2.5 into the pit still, but I did not do it on the air floor. Mainly because I didn't want any extra boost. I didn't want to really land on my face. So I've done 2 passes without it, but I'm not sure yet we're going to take the airflow away for the rest of the big passes.
Does it make any difference at all in your tumbling? Is it just protection?
It's mainly just that extra cushion and that little bit extra, cushion on my joints and all of that. It really doesn't give you too much as far as like, there's not an obscene amount of extra power. I used the air floor as a training tool leading up to the Olympics in 2008, and when I was coming back in 2012, I still used it twice a week for those really fast tumble sets, and I didn't have any trouble transitioning back and forth. Oh, this one's different. Has anyone tried to convince you not to do a comeback? No. Actually, I think I was the biggest factor of him. Yes. He told me, no, I don't want to do it. No, I think it was me. It was just me being the biggest like obstacle in my way of everybody else, just my family, and and the people that mean the most, just like my family, my husband, my mom and dad being coach, and my kids. Everybody was super supportive. Nobody's really been like, no, why would you do that? It's just, it's a cool thing. I'm doing it.
Even the people on the internet.
Even I've gotten a lot of support from the gymnastics community and even the non-gymnastics community, which is insane and incredible, and I appreciate it so much. Are you afraid to have another injury or something like I've had before? That is a good question, and I've gotten asked that a lot, especially people who are also coming back from an injury or had something in the past. That's something that I try not to worry about too much. I try to have as much confidence in my body and my ability that I can, and know that I've done a lot of the rehab that I needed to. I'm still doing like those preventative types of drills and strengthening exercises. And like I said, just kind of believing myself and feeling prepared, doing the strength and conditioning. And if something were to happen, it's going to happen. But I feel like I'm the most prepared that I can be to give myself the best chance of not getting injured. Is there a skill that you wish you could do or wish you could try that you've never had? Yes, definitely. It is a Kovacs on high bar. It is not really a women's skill. That is still like my absolute like dream skill. I'm looking at the high bar now as I say it. Right there.
You go.
High bar is one of my favorite events to watch across the board. I will watch you. I would love to watch you. Watch you jump. Okay. Which way are you going?
What?
Oh my goodness, you are not afraid to go backwards.
So once you turn around, just jump in backwards.
Oh my gosh.
Mom,
Yeah,
I go backwards like
you did go backwards.
this.
Oh my.
Yeah, like this.
Oh, Adriel. Whew. Yeah, she's that is more scary than any of my skills. But yeah, the high bar is my favorite event to watch, like men's, women's, anything. It is my favorite gymnastics event to watch, and I think the Kovacs, any version of it, Kovacs, Coleman, all of that is so cool.
I had her in a 5-gallon bucket and I was doing this. And then I went like this. It's the only time I scared the crap out of her.
Was that with her kid or her?
Her.
I don't remember it, but I've heard this story.
What's the point of having kids if you can't flip them around in a bucket?
Right? How do you keep motivated when you're feeling off or tired? Like how I feel. I like feeling strong, and I know when I go into the gym I'm gonna have fun, and that's like the coolest part to me. And honestly, I just had a conversation with this about my husband. We came home from vacation. He's like, ugh, I don't want to go to work today. He's like, I had this whole week off, and I'm like, I get to go to the gym today. And he's like, oh my God. Like, there's that difference. Like, I'm just so excited. Like, I'm so lucky to have found something that I love to do, and that makes me happy. And that's how I look at it. Not like, oh, I have to go do this today. It's like, I get to go do this today, and I'm just excited. So I don't know if it's still like the honeymoon phase of this gymnastics journey, but that's where I'm at right now. What advice would you give coaches who are just starting out so they can improve the culture? That's a really good question, and I think that's one that deserves a ton of discussion. But the biggest thing is just to remember that you're dealing with kids, and gymnastics is going to be a small part of their life, and just try to make the biggest positive impact you can on them. And you're teaching them more than just gymnastics. You're teaching them about other stuff and life stuff. So just leaving that long, lasting, positive impact that they can look back and say, she was a great coach, or he was a great coach.
Oh, dash break.
They're just...
that's how I do it too.
I'm dying at this question too. Other 30-plus women need to know, how do you not pee yourself? Because that is a real thing, and it happens. I do lots of exercises, but it does happen sometimes, especially when I'm tumbling. But there are these cool little things that Poise has that they're like a tampon, but they're not. They're to help kind of block that. So those are really cool.
It's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
Do you actually know how much of an inspiration you are? That's just really cool. I love seeing this kind of positive impact that I can have on people in their life and their journey, no matter what it is, if they want to do gymnastics or not. But if they're making a change or wanting to start working out again, or just doing that little bit of something for themselves, that's really cool. So don't stop reaching out to me and telling me things like that, because that makes my day when I see things like that. What was your favorite part of the 2008 Olympics and least favorite part? Least favorite part would be getting hurt. Favorite part was just being there and taking in the whole experience of the Olympics. Because that had been my dream and my goal for so long, and just missing out on it in 2004, then to finally achieving that dream, that was just so special. Seeing the Great Wall was just really cool, and just like how big and how long it truly stretches, just taking that in. And my family got to be there with me when I saw it, so that part was really neat. Yeah.
What was Andy's favorite part of Beijing?
I don't know. I'm really not sure. One of my favorite parts though was with him. He somehow got tickets to another event, and while the other girls, because our finals, team finals was done, a couple of the event finals were done. Like, I was done training and competing.
Can you watch?
I would love to watch you. And he's like, quick, I got tickets. So we booked it from a training. We ran on my ankle. I'm watching you. Ran to the Bird's Nest to watch the steeplechase, because that's what was happening. We had the tickets. I'm watching. This is real life. You can't talk and not get interrupted, and it's awesome. But yeah, so we booked it, watched the race, and ran back to training. Go. Oh, nice front. But that part of it was really cool, because he was just like, we are going. Like, we're going to see something else. That was neat.
Close.
Careful.
Almost.
What are you most excited and most nervous about for your comeback, during your comeback? I'm just most excited about everything that I'm doing and seeing this progress that I'm making like week by week with this different kind of style of training. Like I said, just having different priorities and a schedule. That's like what I've been most excited about, is seeing the progress even with doing a completely modified schedule. I'm most nervous. I'm nervous to get back out there again and to compete again. I want to be able to, feel prepared and just know that, I have a shot at just doing well. And that's what I'm nervous about. Just being able to put everything together, because the pieces are all coming along really great. But then it's like, it'll be a little bit more nervous for me, like put it all together.
Would you be doing this comeback if it was Marta and not Tom?
I like to think I would. I'm in such a different place in my life, and I'm having so much fun with this. And I hope that whoever would be at the top or whoever would be in charge, I wouldn't want that to stand in my way. To be like, just because a certain person is here in charge, I still think I would be doing it. Because this is for me. This is for me.